I already spilled once.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
I already spilled once.
As long as it was on the ground.
He's like, that was
Okay.
not 8, and it wasn't.
Yeah, the only thing that I would, the only thing I would
We'll call the special meeting of the Ramsey County Commission to order, start by the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, as promised a week ago, we're back to discuss the Ramsey County fire emergency restrictive burn ban. I think we have an updated copy on our desk, and those of you in the audience have one as well. Big change is basing the burn ban off the North Dakota Range Land Fire Danger rating when it is high, very high, extreme, or red flag warning has been issued, shall remain in effect till further notice. Basically, we're taking off the low and moderate categories off the burn ban category. Those maps can be found at ndresponse.gov under the burn ban category. And they're updated daily, I think at 6:45 every morning is what that time says. So with us in the audience is Devils Lake Rural Fire Chief Sean Woltecall and Emergency Manager Chris Jager. Either of you gentlemen have comments over the past week? Do we have any questions for them?
my opinion, I guess the way that this is structured now, with the new version here, I think that's something everybody can work with. That'll give them the opportunity to burn when the conditions are right. When the conditions aren't, the burn ban would be in effect. The only thing that I can see right now that I just asked Chris about it is just to add the ND response website to the burn ban, so that way when you pull it up, that's on there. Like I said earlier, if this is the decision that gets passed, I will put the information together on behalf of the fire department and get it mailed out to everybody, so everybody has the instructions as far as what they should do, what needs to happen to make this effective, and yet still give everybody a chance to do what they gotta do.
Right. Thank you. I think it does give some opportunity to for people to burn, to have fires, what have you, when conditions are right for those type of activities. It's not completely restrictive. Chris, do you have any input, questions, comments?
No, I think it's a great idea to add the ND response guide just in the verbiage, just to make sure you're checking that.
Have that on notice here too.
Yeah.
So we'd want it basically, like, after it says, like, the burn ban shall remain in effect, while North Dakota Range Land Fire Danger rating is high, very high, extreme, or red flag warning, and then you could add in found at ndresponse.gov.
Yeah.
And have, or at the end of that whole clause, basically, you add in there, wherever you want to put it, so, okay, yeah.
Are we still gonna wanna have them call in to the fire departments if they are burning, or how are we gonna go with that?
The last
Yeah,
line item there.
the last clause on it says, we ask that you call the law enforcement center if you plan on doing a controlled burn, so they are aware of it. And I think that's.
And I'd say even if we add that number to this as well.
Oh, put the
You know,
number to call. I
LEC's
think
phone number,
that's reasonable.
That's a really good idea.
That's a good idea.
Sometimes I don't know what number to call.
Right.
662-0700.
What is it?
662-0700.
Yeah, we always tell everybody 662-5323. That brings it right to them, and then they put that.
No.
Don't get yourself in trouble.
0700.
0700.
Yep.
That sounds fine. They'll get you in the right place, huh?
0700. So we'll get that included as well as the website. Everything looked good with the goal for legalities.
I think we look good.
Okay.
Like I said at the meeting last week, I like this, I understand that it's a little more work for people to have to pull up the website and see what rating we're at every day, but I like the flexibility that it's in place. We're still allowing the ability to go out when the days are correct. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's gonna never be a problem, because we talked about the meeting last week, you could have a moderate day where they place it that way at 6:45 in the morning, and all of a sudden something happens and the wind whips up by 2 in the afternoon. But again, that just comes down to at least people are thinking about it, trying to make a good decision, and give the flexibility for guys to go out and do what they need to do if they have to do it. And hopefully, we have some moisture out there, maybe a few days afterwards, guys will go out and get the stuff done that they need to get done before, hopefully it doesn't dry up again. But there's a possibility it will. I have a feeling, I don't know how much moisture is in this snow, but it's not as much as we're gonna need to get out of what we're in right now. It'll give us a little reprieve until it gets warm again. So, it's something we're probably gonna be dealing with for a while, so I like the flexibility of it.
Just people an opportunity to make a plan, what they were gonna burn.
Yeah, and that's all we're asking of people, is just be cognizant of the fact when the weather looks like it's gonna be good, go get your stuff done and be smart about it. And if you're gonna do it again, call so that they know. Yeah, that being said, with the amendments, of putting in the website and the number to call on that last clause, I'll make a motion that we adopt this as written.
Okay. We have a motion, do we have a second?
Just one comment to Sean, do you think you can get the outlying fire chiefs to go along with this and
I believe so.
play with it?
I believe
So
so.
you can play the games?
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, it's gonna take cooperation from everybody. And, 95% of them will, it won't be an issue. So, I think we can work with that.
Yeah.
Well, like we said last week, it's a happy medium between telling people that, or advising people that it's a bad idea at this point to burn, but there's still gonna be some guys that are still, or I shouldn't say guys, but individuals, it could be anybody, that's gonna go out and throw a match into something when they shouldn't.
Yeah.
And even when the burn ban was on this last week, we're not done, we saw fire department all over the place, so it's just a matter of, but the one thing I will give people was, I was watching that, because Chris has been really good about putting up those, what rating we've been in every day, and people were being fairly cognizant of the fact that it was days we were in the lower that moderate range, where under this, they would have been allowed to burn, and we didn't have problems.
Right.
So it's guys making good decisions is all we're asking for.
Well, I think there's a little better opportunity here, like I say, everybody saw the fires that were burning in the van, but the trouble with those fires were everybody was lighting them and leaving. And that's where the issue comes in, I would rather have you light it and watch it if anything happens.
Exactly.
So, where that wasn't happening last week.
So did you have call outs on something?
We went out one time, for an unattended, but for as much smoke in the air, we were pretty lucky to only go one time. I know there was surrounding departments that made multiple trips. So, like I say, I think, we're working with everybody. Hopefully everybody will work with us, and we should be.
Well, I think any of us that have ever struck a match to burn something have had an incident where we've had unintended consequences. So I think this does give us an opportunity to burn some of that debris that we've been wanting to burn this spring, with some safety precautions in place. So, Lucas or Blaine, did you have anything you'd like to add?
No, it looks good to me. It looks good to me. I just think that people burning garbage and all that, or campfire is gonna get a lot of phone calls, but it's the safety of the people, you know?
No. Well, with this, the way it's written now, they'll have that opportunity to do so under those conditions. You know, we'd ask them not to when their conditions are in that high category. You know, and just to try to keep everybody's safety in mind.
Well, and partially too, if I can add to that, in reading how the rangeland forecast is adopted, a lot of it has to do with vegetation in terms of growth. Now that we got a little bit of moisture, when the heat starts, the grass will start to come out, we'll get some green going, there's a lot higher chance we're gonna stay hopefully down in those low and moderate areas. Now, that being said, once it greens up, it can get dry again real quick, so, but at least hopefully, once we get some vegetation growing out there, I mean, that's what's been killing us this spring so far, is it's been so dry and so early and nothing has got started yet. So hopefully, once we get some grass growing, it'll help that index keep low and maybe we can start catching some rain, but that's not a guarantee yet.
Make a plan.
All right. Any further discussion? If not, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you, Blaine and Lucas, for joining us remotely. Your time is appreciated. Thank you all in the room. Sean, Chris, Steve, thanks for getting the team set up. Mr. Cummings, thank you for being here, putting this together, making sure that we're legally right. So appreciate it. With that, meeting adjourned.
Thank you.
Good gavel.
Yeah, thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for joining in.
Some of these guys the opportunity to get over.
Like I said, we're going to get it now.